The anime series season 1 episodes 10 and 11 called Paradise Island, and this story is all Wonder Woman centric, and it's about Wonder Woman returning home since her leaving from the favorite story of Secret Origins, and she returns home, but the problem is she finds it in ruins. Her fellow sisters and her Amazon sisters and her mother, the princess of the queen of the Amazons, are turned to stone. It's all because of this one man who is a sorcerer, and he wants to find these relics that will piece together and to rise up and have Hades returning to his full form and to exploit havoc. It's a weird story to review, mainly because of this. It's a by the book story, but you care about the payoff. For me, I found the second half of the story really thrilling and engaging, and maybe because it's like it felt like it isn't by the numbers. But the first half it's a Guffin story. If you don't know what a Guffin story is, it's the artifact. And due to the fact we are finding, Diana needs to find 3 artifacts and pieces them together. And to say the world kind of thing, it's like I have seen this. If you buy the book, it's nothing new, or if it's nothing new here, it's nothing engaging towards this type of story. And it's just bland and boring, and it's just very difficult, because it's just one of those things where it's find the artifact, fight the thing that's making our character stop it. And it happens 3 other extra times, like, Wonder Woman and Superman are fighting each other, but they see these monsters and they're questioning each other, like, Wonder Woman's asking, where is Superman? And Wonder Woman's like, Superman's like, where is Wonder Woman? And it's like, it just felt like, it's like, it didn't feel earned for me. You have Martian Manhunter and Flash fighting a giant snake. That's like, really, even though how it ends with the giant snake is funny, because it's like, you get the artifact. Martian Manhunter's like, you get the artifact, I'll handle this. And Martian Manhunter just punches, does a giant uppercut of this giant snake. And you're like, okay, I know that Martian Manhunter is awesome. Like, it's cool, I know that, but Jesus Christ, guys. He is awesome! He's awesome in the story. Because he's basically the buzz killer. He is the guy who... Because basically, Flash's whole thing, when he finds out about Paradise Island, there's an island that's filled with nothing but women, he's like, look at me, I'm probably going to be the first man, and there will be women all calling over me. It's like, yeah, I think that's going to happen, really. And it's like, yeah, that ain't going to happen. Like, yeah, that she's into me, indeed. And it's like, the side counts of Master Manhunter's voice is just so excellent. And also Batman, Batman has a role in this, but Batman's mostly, in the first half is just, is finding out who's this Fuse guy is, who's this Felix Fuse guy is, and he finds out how he is he was a color professor. He was into the dark arts. He got fired, and then he eventually becomes a sorcerer. There are high notes through the first half, but then the second half for me completely goes better, because it's like the Guffin part is over. The payoff, we are going to have, obviously we're going to have Hades returning. I keep trying to say Ares, but it's Hades. Hades coming out and saying, like, I'm back and I'm going to destroy. First, I'm going to destroy you guys. And Hades is like the god of the underworld, so he's like, I'm going to raise the army of the dead and attack your friends and stuff like that. And that's always good. It's just one of those things where you're not doing with the stuff you already have seen for 6 billion times. It's different stories in different genres, but it's it's one of those things where the payoff is better. Let's talk about the ending. The ending, I say, is a sour note. as I mentioned, where Wonder Woman has broken the law of Paradise Island, and that is, men are not allowed to be on the island. And because she needed to get needed help from the Justice League, which are mostly men, she is caused to exile, and that's when the scene came along with Flash is like, wait, if like we could save us, and Batman says, don't make it worse than it normally is, but it's and one gets exiled, and you're like, wow, that's a really bummer ending. That is a bummer ending. And it's just like, I'm like, clearly Wonder Woman isn't going to show up in the next couple of